Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Brian Simmons here with eXp Realty, and I wanted to make a video here with you today to share with you why I joined eXp. And I'll tell you, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Originally, why I joined eXp, which is a question I get a lot. So that's hence the reason for the video. But why I joined eXp is simple, right? So I started evaluating the model after I was recruited by another brokerage, away from the brokerage that I was currently at, and they had a slightly better commission plan at the other brokerage too. Okay, slightly better than where I was at. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me consider that. And then I said, well, you know what? If I'm going to consider that, I ought to probably at least look up who has the best commission structure of any real estate brokerage out there. So I started Googling, and that led me to eXp. So I reached out, had a couple conversations, and found out that the commission structure at eXp was 80/20 with a $16,000 cap, and that was going to save me a couple, 2-3 grand a year, and done. That was it. That's all I needed to know. I said, that's just stop there. That's all. That'll work. And that decision to just save a couple grand, that was it. And I felt like once I had that in my head and I knew that I could save that, 2-3 grand a year, that I owed it to my family to do that. If it was going to go into anybody's pocket, it ought to go into mine, right? I was the one earning the commission, so I should be the one, keeping as much of it as possible. So that was the way I looked at it. That's based on what I knew at the time. Okay. Had I known then what I know now, I mean, it would be an incredibly different answer. Okay. Back then, I didn't know that my production was going to triple my first year. Okay. I had no idea that was going to happen. Right. So I left because of 2 or 3 grand. What I gained was my production tripling. And why did it triple? Not because my logo changed. It tripled because I had a tremendous amount of support and training and camaraderie and collaboration and all these things that go along with a business model that is designed properly, that has incentives that go up and down the line, that mean that the person that sponsored me into eXp wants to help me succeed, and so does everybody else in the company, because we're all owners. And the better I do, the better they all do. I mean, it's just it's like a lesson in the superpower of incentives. It's really, really incredible. And so I had no idea that was going to happen when I joined eXp, but it happened. Okay. I also had no idea that my net cost to the brokerage was going to be zero. Okay. I've achieved what's called icon status every year that I've been here. As a result of icon status, I've gotten stock awards. The stock awards are worth more than the amount that I paid to eXp every single year. Okay, every single year that I've been here. So my net cost to eXp is less than zero. Would have never believed that if somebody told me that that was going to be the case, if I were to make the decision to join eXp. Never would have believed it. Also, never would have believed that I would have accumulated 7,000 shares of stock in less than 3 years. I don't know what the stock value is today when you're watching this video, but if you Google EXPI stock, you take that number, times it by 7,000, that's what I've been able to accumulate in less than 3 years. It's well into the six figures the day that I'm recording this. And that's, if somebody were to tell me that would happen, I would have never believed it. Number one, because if I would have just stayed the course with the prior brokerage that I was at, or even went to the brokerage number 2 that was trying to recruit me, I would have done the same amount of deals, maybe probably less, because I wouldn't have had all the support and camaraderie. But let's say it was the same number of deals. If I did the same number of deals, I would have had 0 shares of stock. And so whatever that 7,000 is times the value today that you looked up, that would have been 0. Okay, so just because my brokerage changed, I have that now. And that's just transformational. That is a huge amount of wealth that I would have had none of had I stayed with the prior brokerage. So I would have never believed somebody if they told me that was going to happen. Okay. And I also wouldn't have believed that that I would have had a nice little passive income stream coming in every month before I ever close a deal, due to sponsoring other agents. I would have just said, yeah, probably not. I mean, that would be cool. That would be great if that was a real possibility, but yeah, I don't believe it. It sounds too good to be true. Well, it wasn't. I did hear about those things when I evaluated eXp. I knew that there was stock and that there was a revenue sharing program and this icon award that I thought would be cool maybe in my third or fourth year to consider. But I did it in year number one because the support and the training and everything that's here is just second to none. And so again, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? I didn't make a decision to join eXp because it was going to change my life. I didn't know it was going to, right? But it did. And that's what's really, really incredible. I mean, having looked back at what the last, almost 3 years has looked like, I'm so happy that I made the decision to come to eXp. I mean, I wish more people believed that the model is one that can do what it does to people. I mean, there's so many. If you look on YouTube, how eXp changed my life. I mean, there's countless videos of people talking about how they paid off their parents' house, they retired their parents, they paid off their own house, they bought a vacation house, they put their kids through college, they did this and that, all because of the company stock that makes us all owners. Okay, and so your brokerage, if you're not an owner, who are you really working for? Who's getting wealthy when you're closing these deals? Is it you or is it the broker? Right. And so that's something to just think about. And so I think just having a model that is well aligned, well designed, it's really a great thing to be part of. And so what I would say is this: look, those are the reasons I joined. If you don't know much about eXp, you owe it to yourself to find out. I'll just say that, right? You don't know what you don't know. I mean, there's so much to this company. It really, really is incredible. The opportunity here is incredible. And so if there's anything I can do to help you in evaluating that, please reach out. I mean, if you're talking to somebody already about eXp, please reach out to them and evaluate it. I think you'll be happy you did. I'm sure happy I did. So I hope this helps. And again, if there's anything I can do, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great one.